Hello and welcome everybody to the Reisterstown Sportsplex in Reisterstown, Maryland. I'm David Stearns, joined with Sean Hoppe on the color commentary here as we get set for homecoming. UMBC Retrievers taking on the visiting Virginia Tech Hokies. And that is what it's all about. The hokey pokey. No, UMD took care of VT last night, 3-2. The Retrievers, though, coming off of a 3-game losing streak here, hoping to get back on track with this game against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech actually looked really solid against Grand Valley last week from my recollection, but then so did UMBC. What do you think? Virginia Tech, they going to come out screaming from last night or what?
You don't know. You would think that after they played it close with Grand Valley, then they came out and lost to TCNJ, who has not been a perennially strong program.
Yeah.
Think they'd be a little bit amped up after that coming out against Maryland. From what I've heard, they looked a little flat in the game, didn't really come out ready to play, causing Maryland to come out and get, I guess, a minor upset, seeing as Virginia Tech went to nationals last year.
Barely hear him.
Well, you got the glass here.
Yeah.
Sound barrier.
And getting the intros for Virginia Tech. Now, well, we'll just go with it on our side because I can hear her better than I can hear him.
Yeah.
All right, so starting on defense, it's Max Grand and Joel Samuels for Virginia Tech. And then up front, we got Kevin Peak and Greg Hubrak. And then to round things out, Zach Walls. And then, of course, the goaltender, Walker Detweiler.
Texas Ranger.
He's got a heck of a name. I give him that. And we'll get the starting lineup now for your UMBC Retrievers here at homecoming weekend. Detroit Rock City being represented here by the captain, Nick Yost.
I talked to his parents last week. It's Grosse Pointe.
Yeah, whatever. No, it's
He's
Detroit.
not from Detroit, no matter how much he wants to claim it.
Right. Colin Devlin will join him on defense. Dan Zarante. And there quite some time. He's on his way out. But he leaves behind a legacy with Jean-Luc. There'll be Sean O'Connor up front. Another senior. We got all seniors coming here except for Devlin. Matt Bloom, Ellicott City, Maryland native.
Although Devlin's got to feel lonely. He's the only one out there without a letter on his jersey.
Yeah, that's true. And, well, don't forget about Dregs. Johnny Drago.
Yeah, he's de facto. He's goalie.
All right, Anthem and the face-off coming right up. Let's play some hockey. Tonight's starting goaltenders brought to you by Catch-22 Design, the official apparel of the UMBC Retrievers hockey team. Check out C22design.com. So, who's starting in net, sir?
For Virginia Tech, we got Walker Detweiler, 5 games played, 4-1 record, 2.57 goals against average, and an 89% save percentage. And then Johnny Drago for UMBC, no real surprise there. 2-3 record, 342 goals against average, and a 92 save percentage. So with that high save percentage, despite the high goals against average, you can see he's facing a lot of shots. I think he was facing 50 game last weekend. UMBC only let up, I believe it was 22, 25 shots against Siena first game. That's more the number they want to be around. So we'll see if they can lock it down defensively and keep the puck to the outside away from Johnny.
And the face-off's won by UMBC through center. A lot of traffic through the middle. As chasing it down now is Yost along the far half boards. He gets crunched into the boards. And it comes up to the point, kept in, up at the blue line, nice and tight there as it goes off from the far corner. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty already? Or just a high stick?
With a high stick.
Ah, there we go. Well, usually I don't see Water Wings making those types of calls, but it's usually the plain zebras.
That was right in front of him. He finally saw something right in front of him.
Hey, careful. Do you know him?
Oh.
Oh, it's off along the far corner now, chasing Virginia Tech, trying to move it out. Kept in by UMBC. And finally, a second effort does get it out through center. And it's chipped right back in by Yost. Back behind Detweiler. Detweiler setting it up for Grand. And along the far corner, brings it over to the near corner. And I do got to get my vantage point here figured out as it goes down to Drago. Trying to figure out this will probably be the near side. That'll be the far side, but as everyone's seeing this north-south, hopefully this rink one day puts up a broadcast perch for me.
Well, Stevenson just got D3 hockey, so maybe they'll set it up for us.
Hey,
and
that'd
we'll
be
just
nice.
take advantage.
That's right, Stevenson is sharing this rink. So it comes out into the far circle. A little bit of extracurricular back here with Yosti. Yosti's calling for it. He'll get it off the pass from Rafferty, but then it comes out front into the slot and a chance there. Yeah, somebody's having trouble with their stick there. It was Alex Smith's stick being batted around, but now coming back the other way. Across the line with a shot and a save by Detweiler. He'll hold on. And there was Zach Tracy on this shot. Marriottsville, Maryland native. You can clearly hear the Coke can opening up. Yeah, we're getting started early.
My throat is parched.
Face off to the right of Detweiler. One back into the far corner. Being swept along by Novielli. Novielli bringing it over to the far corner. Dropping it back behind the net. And trying to chase that down. I believe it was Tracy, but it goes off into the far corner. Virginia Tech gaining possession here. It's sloppily played up into the neutral zone. UMBC will take it back the other way. It'll be Rafferty dropping it back over to the near wing. Near D, over to Naring. Andrew Naring. Thomas Naring puts it up along the far boards and dumps it deep, but nobody down there to chase. And Virginia Tech getting a little bit of some forecheck there as they find their way out into the neutral zone. I tell you, this is a real challenge to call this game, being at a distance here. And trying to figure out who's who, but it'll be Drago setting it up, and UMBC trapped inside their own zone right now. He's trying to play it back behind his cage. Here's Fritz. And Fritz putting it along the near side, and he gets checked hard by Daly. And the Hokies will come back into the retriever zone just for a moment as it squeaks past the blue line and out. And they'll tag up and pop it right back into the Dogs' territory. Rafferty setting up shot behind Drago. Getting pinched really tight there. Back along the boards, forced to make a move as he brings it over to the left wing. And out through center it goes with Hannock. Hannock goes right in on Detweiler, and he opts to hold on. No rebounds coming from Walker Detweiler. 17:37 left here in the first. No score. We're just getting started. Good back and forth pace.
Interesting, we saw Thomas Naring on the line with Zach Tracy and Tyler Novielli. Since Freestat went down first weekend against Siena, last weekend they juggled around Armstrong, put Fadler up there a couple times, trying to find a nice fit in that line to fill Freestat's role. We'll see how Naring does today, but it'll be a work in progress.
There's a shot taken. We got a high stick call, and this one will be moved outside. Actually down the length of the ice, if I'm not mistaken. And 17:18 to play. A couple of names that stand out to me on Virginia Tech's roster, and I got to verify these players. A couple of them, of course, I'm calling for the Potomac Patriots now. One of the names that comes to mind is Peter Veltri, who just started here with Virginia Tech. He spent some time with the Potomac Patriots down in Woodbridge, Virginia. And Coach R.J. Ziegler down there found him to be a very valuable asset that had left the organization to play college hockey. So good for him making the move to go into education and getting his time up in the ACHA D2 league. Not too bad. As it goes off into the neutral zone, picking it up is Colin Devlin. Goes over to the far side and slaps it in and goes all the way over to the near side, up to the point, and kept in. You got to pile up along the near boards as Yost puts up a shot and he misses the blocker of Detweiler, going wide over to the far point. Over to Devlin, back over to the near point, over to Yost, and it goes over his stick and out. And the Dogs will have to tag up, but it doesn't go deep enough there as the Hokies take it out in the neutral zone. Yost having a little bit of trouble there with the puck as it's swept back off the stick of Bloom, but Drago's going to find it back behind his net and send it up over to the near side. As it goes up into the neutral zone, turned over to the Hokies, and the Hokies will break right back in inside the UMBC zone. Sent up high into the glass by O'Connor, not out, glove down at the blue line, kept in. And Devlin's going to give it another try, and he does send it out past everybody, and this one's going to come back in icing with 16:07 to play here in the first. So a couple of shots from afar, nothing too up close and personal for these goaltenders just yet. Not any solid scoring chances yet. So I think both teams are doing a fine job of keeping players to the outside and keeping it just to the points and off to half boards for low percentage shots.
Well, both teams have been struggling lately. By lately, I mean a week, so not a long stretch. But on defensive zone coverage, so you can tell that they've both worked on it and you addressed it in practice during the week, and that's their focus coming into this game.
Rafferty getting tossed around in there in the neutral zone like a rag doll. The Hokies will dump it right in front of us here. As Drago plays it over to the near side, over to O'Connor. O'Connor off his backhand, over to Rafferty, putting it up along the wing, just out of the reach of Novielli. And it'll be cleared into the Hokies zone, but they'll regroup and bring it back out into the neutral zone as it's turned over to the Retrievers. The Retrievers try to put it in deep, but no luck there as we're back and forth in the neutral zone. Moving away with it. Novielli trying to walk away with it, but he has trouble with it as Samuels that'll put it up over to the red line. And the Dogs will find it somehow as it comes out to the stick of Tracy, who comes and takes a shot. Detweiler to save. The rebound goes back behind the cage, and it's off behind the goal line. Nobody really knows where that puck is, but finally the Dogs will put it up to the point. And it'll be Andrew Naring with a shot that doesn't make its way through, and the Hokies will clear it down to Drago, who will set it up for his D. Rafferty over to the near side. Over to Andrew Naring to put a cross-ice feed up through center. Nobody there to connect with it. The intended target really was Novielli on that pass. Backhand pass. Andrew Naring gets crunched into the boards hard. I believe that was Samuels that crunched him in there. And it goes up into the Hokie zone off in the far corner. I'm trying to figure out, I might be missing a player on this game day sheet. So it comes out, picked out of the air, and we're going to get a penalty. A lot of players playing with a high stick. Do you think most of these guys play lacrosse at one point or another?
Not sure about that, but puck seems to be bouncing around a bit. So when it's up in the air, sometimes you don't want to use your glove, you want to use your stick, it looks cooler. But Brady Keel getting on the score sheet for the first time this year.
Brady Keel will sit down for 2 minutes for high sticking, so that'll bring up a Hilton penalty kill, the Hilton Garden Inn here in Owings Mills, Maryland. Book your room today if you're in town to check out the Dogs live in action. This one's sent down the ice, and it's cleared down the length of the ice by Matt Bloom. And the Hokies will regroup at the back of their zone right behind Detweiler. Detweiler directing traffic here as it comes out in the neutral zone. It's deflected out of play. A minute and 34 left on the man advantage for the Hokies. 13:58 left here in the first. No score. And I do apologize if I get a little stop and start here because, just doing a north-south here, it's just bothering me. The numbers disappear the further and further away they get.
Yeah, yellow is kind of a hard, or yellow on white's a little bit difficult to pick up. And then Virginia Tech's got white on white and maroon and orange. And
well, this one goes right on Drago. He had to get in front of that one completely. As now it's off in the near corner, far corner. Zach Walls trying to waltz his way around Colin Devlin, who's got him pinned up along the boards as the puck squirts free over to the near side. Yost, he'll find his way through the neutral zone and almost clocks a linesman along the way, but it goes down the length of the ice for a minute left on Keel's penalty. And the Hokies breaking it out now. Up through center. Really set up by Bergman. And now coming in, sweeping it with a shot and a save there by Drago. Right in that glove. So Alex Smith pretty much let it go at point-blank range, and I'm surprised he actually opted to go. He went really low on that shot. Kind of surprised me. I thought he had enough room to cut in, but a fine job by UMBC to keep him to the outside. Up along the blocker side here as it comes over to Drago again. He'll hold on for another face-off. Not really putting out too many rebounds, playing it safe right now, which is good. Both goaltenders not playing too many risky
You just want to
out there.
get settled in. Got through a couple of rotations of the lines and then penalty kill. Get through this, get back in the rotation, throw the puck in deep, outwork the Hokies, which is tall order. As we've seen over the years, games are always 2-0, 2-1, 3-2, always close.
Walking in, taking his shot. That was Alex Hashmi. Hashmi's shot went just above the cage and out. And the Retrievers will find it and send it down the length of the ice with 30 seconds left on Keel's penalty. It's about 48 left here in the first. Nothing score. David Stearns with Sean Hoppe. Hunter Nicolette back on the camera. Doing a fine job here as the Hokies clear it in deep into the Retriever zone. And trying to clear it out. The Retrievers, but it's kept it up the blue line. Over to the far half boards. Smith trying to set it back up to the point. Smith will get it back along the far hash marks. Trying to send it down low to the goal line. Work with Hashmi. Up top to the blue line with a point shot and a save by Drago. And the rebound kicks out to O'Connor. And we're back to 5-a-side hockey. O'Connor over to Novielli with a shot. He almost takes off the head of Detweiler as it goes wide. Now the Hokies breaking it out through center. Coming across the line now. Alex Smith, 3-on-1. Well, it's kind of dissolved now, but here comes a chance with a shot on a one-time just going wide at Drago. Off the stick of Jake Hubert. Now it's Smith trying to work it along the far corner. And Yost played him quite well. It's Zach Tracy now with it. Along his backhand. Sends it up to the far hash marks, but a shot from the Hokies. It was Max Graham that just couldn't pop it through. And a chance up front. And a great save by Drago. A chance directly up front in the blue paint by Tyler Daly. And the Hokies maintaining control with another shot to the front. I don't think that one made its way through, but Devlin's going to take it out into the neutral zone, sending it down the length of the ice, and it looks like it'll be ruled an icing as Thomas Naring could not get there in time. 11:32 left here in the first. Nothing score. What a flurry of activity for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Well, they built up some momentum on the power play. Didn't give me quality opportunities, but they got zone time. Got the feel of the puck on their stick, pass it around, work it. And that's carried over a bit here into the even strength. Some good passing plays. Get a couple chances. We seem to have a door issue down here by the Zamboni entrance.
Yeah, it's a
little protrusion.
Yeah, that doesn't look good, but we'll find out how it plays into this game. As a side angle shot onto Drago, having trouble handling it. Yosti's protecting his tendy as he throws a few bumps into his player. Who is that number 26? I'm trying to figure out who that guy is. We don't have him anywhere on here. We'll find out. We'll investigate. We'll send out an investigative reporter or two. Yost along the far side, up through center, trying to set it up through for Tracy, but Yost just got taken out. But here comes a chance now. Novielli dropping in front of that was, I believe, Peter Veltri. And now back into the dog zone, calling for an icing. They're not going to get it as the Hokies get their first with the feet to the front. And nobody can connect for it for the Hokies as it'll be Novielli trying to move his way out through center. Along the far wing, ducks out a couple checks, winds up, takes a shot. Detweiler, he had a piece of his glove on that one, but it comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Trying to pop it right back in is Brady Keel, but it'll be the Hokies coming back the other way with Veltri. He winds up, takes his shot, just goes wide at Drago. Drago steers along the side of the net, over for Walsh. Walsh can't clear it out. The Hokies keeping it in. Drago comes out to play. Funny bounce off that Zamboni door there that's protruding out, as Mr. Hoppe here astutely pointed out, along with the referee. Hopefully that'll get addressed. As it comes out to Tracy at center, off into the far corner, dumping it deep, down there to Chase. And the Hokies will get there first. And they're going to lead this one up along the far glass and out. Glove down and played right back in by Walsh. Up in front of Detweiler, it would be Veltri retreating back behind his tender with 10-10 left here in the first, no score. And it comes out through neutral, and the Dogs will pick up a loose change there as Alec Hannock found the loose puck. And he'll come right back out. Over to Walsh, who will dump it in. Not deep enough. The Hokies will put it right back out in the neutral zone again. A lot of back and forth in the neutral zone, but the Hokies will get it deep inside Retriever territory. So Retrievers make a couple of changes. Puck's kept in by the Hokies. Chance up at the slot. Received that pass was Philip Sikora, but Sikora couldn't pull the trigger. Without his stick now, trying to kick it along is Walsh. He goes along the side of the net. Up top with a point shot that just goes wide. Winding up and taking that shot was Bergman as another side angle shot comes in on Drago, and he holds on with 9:33 to play here in the first. What a shot. What a flurry of activity. Great back and forth action, but man, once you lose that neutral zone battle, I guess it really does go in your favor. I mean, the Hokies just got UMBC pinned right now in their zone for the last minute.
Well, if you got a defenseman without a stick, it kind of handicaps
it does it too.
You defensively. kind of hard to move the puck along, especially that you can't make a hand pass in your defensive zone anymore.
Rafferty's going to sit for 2, at least. Boarding. That was a hard check into the boards. He took out his man. That was Jake Hubert. Probably a little shaken up after that. And
hard to imagine a kid that's 5'5" and weighs 135 pounds soaking wet. Wrecking a guy in the corner. I'd be a little embarrassed going back to the bench for that.
He did apologize to Hubert to see if he was all right, I'm sure. Now we go on another Hilton Garden Inn penalty kill. Go to Hilton.com to book your room today. And 9:15 left here in the first. Minute 50 left on Rafferty's penalty. Just beginning here. And it comes back inside the retriever zone along the far half boards. Devlin winds up and sends it down the length of the ice. And he gets a little roughed up there by Hubert in the process. And the Hokies breaking it out of their own zone through center. And turning it over to Yost. Yost will pick it up at his blue line. Tried to deke around his man. Lost control of the puck as he got around Vu. And it's sent in deep into the Hokies territory as they come back out. And send it into the Retrievers territory. No icing as they have Drago send it up along the near boards. O'Connor trying to move it back to Yost. Yost winds up and sends it all the way down the length of the ice, launching that one over the heads of everybody with a minute left on Rafferty's penalty.
That's the advantage of having a goalie who can play the puck as well as Drago. He comes back, no defenseman or retriever really in the area. He just goes back, makes a little flip play around the defender, gets to O'Connor, and controlled clear on the penalty kill to take some time off.
Moved up top to Bergman. Bergman finding a shot through traffic, just going wide. Sent up along a bad angle shot there. Low percentage shot. Does not make its way anywhere near Drago as it comes up to Bergman again. Sending it through traffic, and Drago got a piece of that one. Steering it off to the near corner. And it's Yost that'll try to clear it up and out. It does find its way out on a second attempt. Well, these boards got a little bit of give, huh? Short-handed try there. Foiled is falling to the ice. Not sure who that was from the distance, but here comes a chance for the Hokies. One-on-one with Drago. Drago makes a save, and now we got some activity going on. Taking that initial shot was Michael Horn, but coming in afterwards, that was Bergman that practically tumbled over Drago.
Well, when you come in skating hard at the net, when the puck is clearly covered, you're going to get spoken to. We'll put that way.
But did he have a chance to avoid that collision is my question. It didn't look like
Keel, he made contact with Keel right before. Keel probably impeded his ability to avoid Drago. At least that's the legal definition.
All right, we'll give him that. Along the far side of the net, backhand pass out front. Here comes a shot. Drago to save the rebound. Comes out of the slot and cleared out. Letting it down the length. Over to the other far end of the neutral zone was Hannigan. We're back to five-a-side hockey with 7:20 to play. This one sent out into the neutral zone, batted down and played ahead. Yeah, that's Fritz. Fritz trying to pick it up from the Hokies. He stays with it, and he's trucking along as he puts it deep into the Hokie zone. Now being crushed into the boards. It's Joel Samuels. Goes along the far half boards. Inside the Hokie zone as they have to dip back behind their goal line to set up. Up along the far boards, cleared up into the air and out, down the length of the ice. This one's going to go past Drago and will be ruled an icing.
Well, let's see if the Retrievers can at least keep 5 on the ice. Even strength would be nice. Power play, probably even better.
Oh, yeah.
But just stay out of the box, get some flow back to the game. They were doing pretty well until these last couple penalties gave Virginia Tech what seems like a lot of momentum. We've seen a lot of play down here. Just get their legs back under them, get back to work.
And it's sent back behind the Hokies net. And crunching along, trying to move along. Do we have a call? No?
Jean-Luc.
Oh, Jean-Luc. That is Jean-Luc. Thank you. You were pointing out names. I can barely see.
Well, I can just kind of tell by looking at them.
There you go.
The number.
Hokies walking in with a shot, a blocker saved by Drago. And a hard check behind the net to follow. Hubert taking his man Keel into the boards. And now we get a power play. And we are going to get a Green Turtle power play. And it's moving it ahead. And it's sent up through the neutral zone. Walsh trying to hook up in the neutral zone with, I believe that's
Joyle.
Joyle. That's the first time I'm seeing him today. Now what call do we get, Mr.
Roughing.
Roughing it is.
It's the danger when you play the style of Virginia Tech does. They're very hard-nosed, in your face,
Very
go in,
aggressive.
finish every check.
Yeah.
So if you're a little bit late with the hit, a little bit high, the ref knows you're going to hit them. It's kind of an easy call to make.
That was one thing I enjoyed about watching Grand Valley take on Virginia Tech last week, is the hard-hitting contest. Point shot from Yost goes above the cage. I believe it went off of Detweiler's. It comes up in the air and batted in. The net was knocked off. I believe he batted that in with a high stick, but regardless, the whistle had already gone. I think it was Dan Durante that got that one out of the air. 1:53 on the Green Turtle power play. 6:14 left here in the first. Nothing score. David Stearns with Sean Hoppe here for Cross Ice Feed. Hoppe, of course, with UMBC. Filling in for my absentee commentator, Brian Schrems. Schrems, you're fired. Just kidding. I know he's not watching. I did that to him so many times 2 years ago. You remember that? I know. A shorthanded try here. Drago knocking the net off, and yeah, we'll get a stoppage for that. That net easily came off, though. He kind of pushed his skate right into it easily as a shorthanded try there for Alex Smith.
Well, Virginia Tech's not afraid to pressure in all. Doesn't matter the manpower situation. Even shorthanded, they're going to rush up the puck. They have a couple shorthanded goals this year. I know Alex Smith has one.
Yeah.
Not sure if anyone else has one, but he's their statistical leader, probably their most skilled player. They just have a lot of, in hockey terms, greasy, grinded out type players who are just going to do whatever it takes to
A point
get a
shot
win.
there by Yost. Almost a one-time backdoor chance there. I believe that was O'Connor there, ready for the stuff. O'Connor trying to work it away from his counterpart, who's number 21, Kevin Peak. Now comes up to the point. A long shot on and glove down as that one comes off the stick of Matt Bloom. So 1 minute exactly left on the Green Turtle power play. 5:20 left here in the first. Nothing score. Hey, go on over to Facebook and give us a like, huh? We like you, you should like us. It's a mutual thing.
We.
Well, all right. I like you all, and you all should like me.
Okay.
That works. This one's high into the air, glove down by Rafferty at the blue line. And it's the Hokies that'll find it and send it down to Drago with 50 seconds left.
Oh, Luke
on a man
didn't see it.
advantage, and a nice pass up ahead for Jean-Luc. And Luke trying to get in there, grab the puck up, but he's got a little support down low with Fadler. Fadler trying to move it along the far corner, but will be picked up by the Hokies. Swept up into the air and above the glove of Rafferty and down into the near corner of the Retrievers zone. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. 4:50 left here in the first. Good back and forth action. This is the first power play chance for the Retrievers. As I believe it's Novielli that's ducking out a couple of checks. Finally, he gets taken down as he goes off to the far corner. Rafferty will come down low to pick it up. Rafferty, the backhand pass. I think he might have just passed it to himself. That was pretty clever. Goes up to Novielli with a point shot. The rebound up front. Nobody can connect with it as it's bobbled free and sent over to the half-board's near side, inside the Hokies zone. Through to the slot. Nobody there to pick it up. Novielli along the near point takes a shot and it's deflected off into the far corner. And we're back to five-a-side hockey. The Hokies trying to break it out of their zone. And now there's a chance through center, but it goes past everybody. No icing as this one comes all the way back to Tracy. And Tracy hooking up there with Rafferty. Rafferty through center, deflected on, over to Durante, over to O'Connor. O'Connor trying to put in the slot for somebody, and nobody was there to pick it up. And Devlin trying to pin it up along the near boards, pushing it along into the Hokies zone. Walking in with a shot that goes just well wide, off into the far corner, but kept inactive by the Dogs. It's Bloom that'll put it in deep, and it's along the side of the net. Nobody there for the Dogs to pop it home, but it's kept in by the Retrievers. And as Devlin comes in to take a shot, but it was blocked. And another try here. I believe it's Matt Bloom trying to spin it around. I almost went dyslexic there. He's a 12, not a 21. Now Virginia Tech walking into the Retriever zone with a shot taken by Hinson. And then he gets knocked onto his keister by Bloom. And Yost will find the puck along the near corner, looking for an exit. He gets crunched into the boards. Man, that was Hinson who just received a check from Bloom. And the bodies are being banged around here. A lot of good physical action. Is now O'Connor trying to find his way to the puck. Comes in, takes his shot. No, he threw a pass up into the slot. Nobody there to bury it home. 3 minutes left here in the first, no score, as the Hokies will clear it down the length of the ice. No icing. They're going to rule that Yost could get there in time. And Yost deking his way over to the far corner of his own zone, sending it up along the right wing. And losing control of it. And that was Hannock. And the Hokies will take it back deep into their own zone, clearing it out through center. Up along the far wing. And up through center. Veltri trying to get there. Sorry, that's not Veltri. That's Martiak. I beg your pardon. The Hokies are controlling inside the dog zone now. Oh, clotheslining his man. That might have been a Martiak. Martiak gave a choke there to Hannock, taking him down. I think that'll be the call, hopefully.
I don't know if choke holding's a call.
Well, you can call it holding.
Well, it looks like what he's going to do.
Or strangling.
Roping.
Assault.
You missed the D2 reference, but okay.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
That was after your time.
Yeah.
That's right, you're a little too old for that.
I know. I'm a grandpa at this point. I'm not even 30 yet. Give me a break. So they will get the call. I don't know what the call was. I didn't hear
holding.
Oh, was it holding? Okay,
yeah.
Good. And they correctly identified it. So it's off inside the Hokies zone all the way at the far end of the ice, and they'll send it down to the near end of the ice, right by us here as it goes past Yost and down to Drago. Drago will set it up there for Yost. Yosti will walk his way out there, leading the charge, getting it around his man. It was Waltz that stepped in on him, but it misses everybody, and it'll come back in icing on a power play. Nobody loves icing on a power play. It's going to be costly. Costly on time. So 2:03 remains here in the first. Captain Yost is a little displeased on that icing he just committed. 1:35 left on the Green Turtle power play. A second try, as they're already 0 for 1. Obviously, everyone's 0 for something here, as there's no score. As this first period closes out here at homecoming weekend. Hokies, of course, last night losers against the Terrapins, 3-2.
They have nice new uniforms, by the way.
Who's that?
The Terrapins.
Oh, I have not seen them yet.
They look like kind of like Miami's almost.
Nice.
Detroit Red Wings text.
I like it. This one comes all the way back to Drago and a clear from the Hokies, and there's 1:05 left on the man advantage. 1:33 left here in the first. Time is running out on this first frame, as Yost will set it up along the far wing. And moving it in up through to the slot. Nobody there to bury it home as this one's gloved down to Detweiler, and it's a loose, but they're going to rule it a hand pass regardless. A lot of shouting going on. I'm sure it's coming from the crowd, not so much the referee.
Well, that's another adjustment UMBC had to make with Freisat going down for an injury. Moved Thomas Nearing not only up to a spot on the line, but a spot on this first power play unit. Big body, get in front of the net, pound away. Had a couple, I think 3 goals last weekend, leading the team right now. I believe it was just one of those on the power play, but all 3 of them. If you added up the distance, you might get 10 feet. Just a good hard nose around the net, screen the goalie, get deflections, rebounds. Type of player you need. Tomas Holmstrom.
There you go. Nice reference. As it's Tracy, they'll put it in, and Novielli's going to go down to chase in the far corner. Novielli having to battle it out, but he'll leave the puck behind him. It'll be the Hokies that'll end up finding it, because we got 1 minute to play here in the first period. Half a minute left on the man advantage. Darks keeping it active inside the Hokie zone, but the trap back behind the goal line. And it's pinned up along the boards. Now finally set free. The Dogs have control of it now. Novielli looking for it. Novielli will get it at the point, sending over to the far point. I believe it's Tracy, okay. I can't see it from afar here. As a shot from Novielli trying to be pushed through the Hokies, but now this one comes up to the blue line. They're going to rule that Rafferty brought it in back offside. I need binoculars to call these games. I'm sorry.
Well, you got those glasses. Can you get any thicker?
I need thicker glasses. Have you seen Shrems's glasses? Man,
no,
I haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't seen him in a while.
He's got those Coke bottle frames. Or lenses, I beg your pardon. And it's off on the far side, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey as the Dogs are trying to regain their footing here as the power play goes 0 for 2. The Hokies back the other way. And
big block.
A nice block there. Now we're looking for a call against the Retrievers, I'm sure.
It's 21 Virginia Tech for interference.
Good call, thank you. I thought it was going against the Retrievers. I'm sorry.
Naring made the block.
Thank you.
Virginia Tech player picked up the puck. Other Virginia Tech player decided to finish the check.
Got it.
Didn't
Thank
have
you.
the puck interference. It's kind of.
That's why I need you. That's why I need you.
I got a rule book in the car if you want it.
I need that. Thank you. I've been calling a lacrosse game this entire time.
Figures.
Actually,
that's on the other side. That's on the other side of the building. So
back in the power play they go. They're with it now. O'Connor over to the near side. Yost looking for a shot, sending it down low. Dan Durante trying to put it through to the front. Up top to Yost. 1 second to go. Here comes a shot at the buzzer, and it does not make its way to Detweiler. And why did they wait so long to pull the trigger? But 1:45 remains on the man advantage on the other side in the second period. So we got a 0-0 score after one. Stay tuned. It's Retrievers hockey here on Cross Ice Feed. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Reisterstown Sportsplex in Reisterstown, Maryland. David Stearns, Sean Hoppe for the Cross Ice Feed. We're at 0-0 as the boys are coming back onto the ice. Virginia Tech and UMBC all knotted up at 0 here at homecoming weekend. The band is in full swing. 12-5 were your shots, Mr. Hoppe. 12-5. Do you want to take a guess on who's the 12 and who's the 5?
I'm going to guess Virginia Tech is the 12 and UMBC is the 5.
You are good. You were counting all those shots, right?
I just took the score sheet after. Period.
Oh, get out of my face.
Okay.
All right, so minute 45 left on the, I believe that's the third Green Turtle power play.
Yes.
And yeah, they got to bury one. They really do.
Well,
you don't let those
off,
opportunities, go away.
They just got to shoot the puck. We talked a couple times on them taking shots, missing the net, and it coming all the way around back out to center. And when you get a shooting opportunity, you got to put it on net, either A, to score, or B, opportunity for a rebound. Maybe the goaltender bobbles it. Get lucky if you have to. But you can't do that if you don't hit the net. And, it's 24 square feet. It's not a soccer goal.
No.
But it's not indoor lacrosse either.
False start.
Apparently a 1 second penalty.
I guess so. I'd say they put the time back up on the clock. That was a valuable
just hold it for a second.
There you go. There we go. All right, so we all held for a second, and we are underway here in the second period. 0-0 score as the Retrievers are on a power play as the puck comes along over to the near corner, and some checking action going on here. Thomas Nairn trying to keep the puck active for the Dogs, and now moving it ahead is Dan Durante. Dan Durante now having trouble with it. And we have one Hokie, and he gets the puck stripped away from him. There's Bloom sending up top to the point. Over to Yost. Yost back over to Bloom along the hash marks, near side. Over towards the opposite side. Picking it up, O'Connor. Trying to take it. Well, actually, he passed it down low to Dan Durante. I don't know why he didn't opt for the shot, but Coach Vogel, I said, these guys need to shoot the puck. That's what he told me. And a shot to the front, Bloom. Being stopped by Detweiler as this one is sent up to the hash marks. Not out, kept in by Bloom. Bloom walking in. Taking a shot, a save by Detweiler. The rebound, loose up front, and picked up again by Bloom with the assistance of Thomas Nairn. Up top, Yost working his way down over to the half boards along the near side, down low, over to Durante, Dan Durante, over to Yost. Yost backing away with it, and he sends it up top, and it goes out of the reach of O'Connor. 38 seconds left on the man advantage. Sent up ahead for Yost. Here comes an opportunity, and a bad change for Virginia Tech. Along the backhand pass, Yost trying to find someone to connect with, but Durante and O'Connor were not there in time. Dan Durante back down to Sean O'Connor. O'Connor trying to move it into the slot. Nobody there to pick it up. But he kept it at the blue line, not out. Hokies trying to push it out. A lot of traffic up there at the blue line, and finally Virginia Tech finds it and brings it all the way into the dog zone with a shot on goal. Drago making a save. 10 seconds left on the power play for the Retrievers as they make one last effort here as time runs out on that power play. And a shot by Fritz goes wide at Detweiler and goes all the way to the far blue line and out. And we're back to five-a-side hockey with 18-10 to go here in a second. 0-0 score. This one's put up front, in front of the net and up to the blue line and out. But the Hokies will hold it at the blue line, along their own blue line and back down into the Dogs' territory. And no icing as this one goes all the way deep. And played around with Jean-Luc Durante putting it over to the near side. Inside the Retriever zone. Rafferty having trouble with it as it comes up to the point. Not out. Paul Weidler moving it along over to his D, and it comes outside the zone. They'll have to tag up, and they do so. And the Retrievers are setting up shop. And with the breakout through center. And up ahead here with a shot onto Detweiler off the stick of DJ Fadler, and he holds on. 17:32 left here.
That's the kind of shots UMBC needs. Fritz came down last time, took a shot, tried to get a little too fine with it, puts it up off the glass, rings around. Basically a breakout for Gia Tech taken care of. Fowler just comes in, just puts it on goal. Goaltender smothers it, but you never know what's going to happen until you put that puck on net.
Along the near side, pinching in, Rafferty keeping it active for the Retrievers. Goes around to Fritz. Fritz looking up front, and he can't get a pass up through. As Rafferty will take a point shot, blocked up front. And the rebound picked up, sent back down low. And it'll be sent down low by Andrew Naring. Hokies lobbying for a penalty here, and they will get one here. And it's going to be an elbowing call. Who's it on?
Virginia Tech.
I'm wrong again?
Well, he lobbied for the penalty and then elbowed Fritz in the head.
Okay, so, all right, they wanted a call. They didn't get the call, but they got a call against them. So a fourth try on the Green Turtle power play. Well, the face-off will be to the right of Detweiler. And Dan Durante winning that face-off. Well, no, he did lose. He did lose that face-off, and the Hokies will clear it down the length of the ice, all the way down to Drago. And it's the Hokies clearing it back down into the Retriever zone. Yost will pick it up at the blue line. 20 seconds already gone by in this fourth Green Turtle power play. Gaining speed through the neutral zone. Bloom losing control of it though, but he'll pick it up again along the top of the circle, sending it down low in deep behind the goal. O'Connor couldn't get to it, and we're going to have a hand pass ruled and a stoppage with 1:28 left on the man advantage. Not a lot of good chances here in this game, but a couple of good ones here just recently for the UMBC Retrievers, but across the board, not very many good scoring chances by any stretch.
Well, at this many power plays that they've had, and this their fourth, you'd think that they'd get some shots on net, but they haven't been shooting the puck. I think they might have. They're getting close to their first period total already here, not even 4 or 5 minutes.
Jose shot scores! Nick Yost, the captain, walking in and getting a power play goal. 16:29 left here in the second. The Retrievers take a bite out of the Hokies.
Detweiler does not like that one. Yost caught the rebound on his skate. It was already propelling towards the net, but he got his stick on it to poke it by him. Obviously, Detweiler didn't see it or doesn't care. He just saw the kick and the puck in the back of the net. But rulebook says I can get him out my car. It's right there. You get your stick on it, still counts. Great play by Yost to pick up that rebound off his skate. UMBC finally just puts the puck to the net, gets a rebound, bang, into the back of the net. 1-0.
1-0.
Green Turtle power play goal.
There you go. Check out the Green Turtle in Owings Mills, located at 2 Restaurant Park Drive. If you attend a UMBC game, you will get a $5 off your next meal if you attend. And a shot there, deflected through, goes wide. The next thing you know it, Virginia Tech, wow, what a great save by Drago, who's going behind him, and somehow he kept it from crossing the goal line. That was incredible. It went airborne, and I thought it was for sure going behind him, but no goal is what they call.
That's the funny thing about Drago. You watch him as a goalie, and he's not that technically sound, beautiful butterfly.
Well, that was shades of Dominic Hasek right there.
He's going to stop the puck. Doesn't matter if he's using his head, the butt end of his stick,
or the backs of his legs. That's what he was using there.
He's effective, and that's... When it comes down to it, that's all you really care about in the goalie.
Getting the job done.
Keep the puck out of the net.
Exactly. Bloom?
I believe it's Bloom and O'Connor on
And O'Connor, so they'll give him 2 assists on that one, so that's it. Oh, and the linesman getting caught up in some shenanigans there as Fritz it gets taken down, no call. I don't know if he just lost his footing or what. But regardless, we're inside the Hokies zone now with a shot taken by Hannock going off to the far corner. Hannock trying to set it up top to the point. Nobody there. Everyone pinching down low. And this one goes all the way back into the Dogs' territory. There's Yost back there to get it. Yost getting the Green Turtle power play goal to open up the scoring in this game. It's 16:29 left in the second. And now we're going to have a call go against the Retrievers.
Looks like Jared Paget for interference. Also his first time on the score sheet this year.
Oh, boy. I think it's the first time I've seen him. I don't even think I saw him last weekend in the showcase.
He played a couple times.
I don't know if he played in that Miami game, though. I don't remember calling his name.
Hunter Nicolette says he got 1 shift.
1 shift. Wow, I have a great broadcast crew here. They're Stat Boy and
Stat Man.
and Hoppe.
Ouch.
Well, you're Stat Man. You don't need to be called, anything other than Hoppe, because you're Hoppe. Now, we're on a Hilton penalty kill yet again. And Virginia Tech leading it to the front, trying to bury it home, but nobody there. Pounded past Drago, coming back the other way, and a nice lofting clear into the Hokie zone by the alternate captain, Sean O'Connor. And Bloom taking out his man into the boards. This is Bergman, the victim of that hit, and it's gloved down. They're going to give a delay of game penalty to Bloom for covering the puck with his hand. So we're going to have a 5-on-3 situation, very dangerous situation in favor of the Hokies.
Well, that's a referee's discretion call. You could hear him, at least from where we are.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could hear on the broadcast, referee telling Bloom to move the puck, and he just kept it underneath him.
And he covered it. He actually covered it with his hand and just closed his hand on the puck. That's a no-no.
Well, you see it in the NHL all the time. They can do it in the pros. Well, when there was an NHL back in the day.
Back in the day, pre-lockouts. And a face-off won by the Hokies. And sent up top to the blue line to Vu. Vu down off in the far corner. Up back to the point to Sikora and out. It goes out of his reach, and Detweiler's going to have to set it up.
It's nice when the other team kills off their own power play for you.
It's great. And Sikora along the near boards, inside the retriever zone, along the hash mark, stops, looking for options here, puts it over to the far corner. And they tried to hook up there with Hashmi, but it comes back up top to the point to Vu. Vu looking for a lane. And he'll send a pass over to the near side of Sikora. Sikora walking it, taking a shot. Drago the save. The rebound almost swept out by the Retrievers, but kept in by the Hokies. And it'll be a shot. Well, actually, it was a pass that was deflected out of play at the hands of Sikora. And we'll get a stoppage with 14:08 left here in a second. 1-0 Retrievers, but they're killing off a 5-on-3 for the next 42 seconds.
Very veteran unit out there with Yost, O'Connor, and Rafferty, it looks like. Guys who have been around know what is expected of them in this 5-on-3 situation. You don't want to be running around. You want nice containment to the outside, but keeping it calm, cool, and collected.
There you go. So Veltry's got it up at the point for the Hokies. And he's cycling the puck through, sending it down low with a shot. Bad angle shot, they score! Yeah, that shot coming from Zach Waltz down low. I'm not sure if it was his shot that went through on the initial try or if it was somebody up front on the rebound, but just like that, we're at a tie game yet again. Retrievers only having a lead for about 3 minutes. So on a power play, the Hokies finally notch a goal in this one with 1:03 left on a power play left over. And so there you have it. We're all tied up. Zach Waltz will get the credit for the goal. As it comes up to the blue line, not out, kept in by the Hokies, sending it down low for Bergman. Bergman looking for Waltz again. Waltz with a shot on a one-time, just goes wide. Over to Veltry, along the near blue line, up top, along the hash marks, for Horn, up towards the front, and it's not getting anywhere. It's down low with it again, is Waltz. Waltz trying to move it along the boards over to the half-board's far side. I believe that's number 21, that's Kevin Peak with it now. Peak winds up, takes his shot, and it just goes wide. Up top again for Veltry. Veltry losing control of it. And the Dogs will clear it down the length of the ice with 15 seconds left on the blue minor. Back down to Detweiler. Detweiler setting it up for Veltry. Veltry giving one last rush here. 5 seconds left on Bloom's penalty. And it's backhanded high and into the air and into the Dog zone as we're back to five-a-side hockey. 12:53 left here in a second. We're all tied up at 1. Retrievers had a brief 1-0 lead for about 3 minutes. And then the Hokies answered on a power play on a 5-on-3. Up top along the blue line, kept in by Sikora. Sikora sending it around the world. And it goes back down behind the goal line. Turned over. Devlin looking for an option here. Turns it over at the blue line. Kept in by the Hokies. Sent up front. And then it's picked up by the Dogs. Sent up into the glass. And finally out into the neutral zone. Sent right back in on Drago. Drago he's going to be leaving it there for Rafferty. Rafferty's going to retreat back behind his tender and set up shop here on a breakout. Rafferty curling away, trying to dodge away from Jake Hubert. And it'll be sent up along the far boards. The Hokies will pick it up in the neutral zone. And now finally, the Dogs will find it. It's coming across the line. That was Hannock who had an opportunity, and being taken out at center ice. Rafferty draws a penalty there. And we'll have the roughing call go against the Hokies.
UMBC gets a chance to come right back. One point I wanted to make on the power play goal for Virginia Tech. UMBC lined up, or sent out a unit, Tracy, Devlin, and Yost. Drago wound up with an equipment issue. Tracy gets tossed out of the circle. Devlin, even though he's played most of his career as a forward, been at defense for most of the year and most of last year, loses the face-off. Virginia Tech gets control, and
Yost with that shot. Yeah, it gets steered aside. Sorry to pitch you off there. And Yost, whenever he gets the puck, I get excited. He does have the power play goal in this one for UMBC. And of course, there's a power play goal up there on the board for the Hokies as well, as Yost gets it up at the blue line, sending it down low. Oh, and a backdoor try there for Dan Durante, but he couldn't stuff it home. It just got deflected. He could not get it in his wheelhouse in time. And he'll have it back in the far corner, and Bloom's down there to support. Bloom trying to move it up top, but it's pinned up along the boards by Hashmi, but Hashmi tried to walk away with it, so it goes back to Bloom. Bloom up top, tries to get it to the point, but instead it'll be picked away by Alex Smith and sent down the length of the ice. Smith is the only player on this Virginia Tech team that has a shorthanded goal, just in case the bus driver asks. It's off in the far corner, and trying to move it along. Dan Durante trying to kick it ahead for O'Connor. O'Connor does get it, sending it up top to Yost, but Yost had it on his offhand. He just couldn't handle it, as he had to backhand it through. And Yost sending it down low into the far corner. And he's going to try to move it up along the half boards, and in the way there, that was Bloom. And this one's backhanded up, not out, kept in by Yost as he sets it up for Bloom. Bloom setting up a slot shot there for Thomas Naring, but he couldn't get it in his wheelhouse either. Up top, and far blue line, or near blue line, I beg your pardon. Deflected through, and almost trying to get Thomas Naring a goal in this one, but it's sent down the length of the ice with 20 seconds left on the Hokies penalty. 10-18 left here in the second. We're all tied up at 1. Walking his way through center, it's Bloom with a couple of dekes, and he gets hauled down. We're going to have a call, and we're going to have a 5-on-3 situation for 10 seconds. Now Bloom's going to go too. So a little shove back will ruin that 5-on-3 opportunity. It's discipline that you need to hold on to, especially when you're at an advantage like that. You got a call going in your favor. Don't screw it up. So Matt Bloom screws that up, and he'll sit down. I'm trying to see here if we're going to have a 4-on-3 or a 5-on-4 situation.
Saying 5-on-4.
Okay, so we are going to do 5-on-4. Yeah, I don't know what warrants a situation where it would be 2 minutes on the clock for each side. I don't know. I'm not an official. Are you an official? Are you a referee, sir?
Not ACHA. Just USA Hockey.
Got it. ACHA rules are so finicky. This one's deflected out and sent down into the retriever zone, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey halfway through the second period. We're all tied up at 1. Retrievers looking to break it out now. Trying to spin away from his man. I believe that was Rafferty, but he couldn't complete the move.
Rafferty's the only one who would spin against anyone. Plays too much video games.
Yeah, you just got to hit that L1 and circle or whatever, and you just get the spin move. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played NHL 13 yet.
Left trigger and circle the right stick.
Thank you.
At least on Xbox.
Xbox. Hokies breaking inside the retriever zone. And they have a chance now as they try to set it up into the slot, but it's deflected over into the far corner. Or the near corner, I beg your pardon. And Paul Weidler with that shot. A turnaround chance there, foiled. So Retrievers got in front of that puck. And slowing it down and leading it out through center. I believe that's Thomas Naring with it. Or Novielli. No. I tell you, that yellow on white is killing me right now. I need a scissor lift. If anyone can give us a scissor lift to do the broadcast from, that would be great. Here comes a shot that goes into the glass behind Drago off the stick of Jake Hubert. Looking at Hubert's numbers, I don't know if he's rifled home 1 goal and 5 assists here. So he's kind of their playmaker, leading the team in assists along with Alex Smith with 5 as well. And 8:35 remains here in the second. Hokies keeping it inside of the retriever zone. Down low trying to move it out. Yost, I think Yost probably sees about 45 minutes in ice time, or maybe even 50 minutes per game. Just the way Coach rides him out there. Well, the Hokies can't keep it in as it's cleared out into the neutral zone. Trying to find it was Jean-Luc Durante, but it'll be found by Yost, who leads it ahead, but unfortunately, it looked like Zach Tracy was just a foot offside. 8:10 left here in the second, 1-1 score. David Stearns, Sean Hoppe here for a Cross Ice feed. Check us out on Facebook.com, and you'll find our Facebook page, Cross Ice feed, and give us a thumbs up. Just tell us that you're listening. That's it. Just give us a thumbs up. That's all we need. And it's sent back to Samuels inside of the Hokies zone. Going D to D over to Grand. Grand sending it up along the wing, but it's picked off by the retrievers. It'll be Fadler trying to move it ahead. And it does get picked up by Hannock, who tries to take a shot. Doesn't make its way through the traffic in front of him. Samuels picks it off in the near corner. Samuels getting checked by Fritz, but he got the pass off along the far half boards. Picked up by Fadler. To the front for Fritz with a shot. It goes off the side of the net. Wrap around, attempt a shot. They score! Alec Hannock puts the Retrievers up 2-1 with 7:42 left here in the second. Oh, baby!
UMBC's little California dreamboat. They were talking today, have some recruits in town for homecoming. The first recruit from California in UMBC history comes in. We had a couple more recruits from California helping us broaden our horizons for the future of the program. Gets a nice, just waiting for a puck to pop out front. Got the pucks in the net. Rebound, goal.
There you go.
Seems like a redundant formula, but it works. Works at every level.
7:30 left here in the second. Retrievers regaining the lead. They had a lead earlier on, about 9 minutes ago. Then it was stripped away by a power play goal by the Hokies, and we'll have a stoppage here. And presumably a face-off to the left of Drago, and that's off. They're going to make some adjustments and get this thing going again. As the crowd went wild as Hannock pops in. I don't know what number goal is that for him this year. Is that his first?
Hannock, second.
Oh, second goal. Okay.
He had one up against Grand Valley last weekend.
Okay. That's a heck of a team to put one up against. O'Connor trying to backhand pass over to Dan Durante. Durante will backhand it down to O'Connor. O'Connor looking back to Durante. Durante trying to step his way to the front. It's forced down to the far corner. And it's going to be pushed ahead by Waltz, but Waltz will turn it over to O'Connor, who sweeps it over up top to the point. Playing a little catch with Andrew Nearing. To the front, Dan Durante taking a shot, and the rebound goes behind the net. Trying to chase down his rebound, but it'll be picked up by Martiak. Martiak through the neutral zone. Up at the blue line and takes a shot, and he's offsides. Just a reminder, tomorrow we got Montclair State University here in town, playing at the Reisterstown Sportsplex against your UMBC Retrievers. Game time slated to start at 5:15, but as all logic has it, 5:45 is more likely.
Because warm-up start at 5:15, you got 10 minutes and a nice cut, and then the festivities, and then we'll get around to a face-off.
Eventually. As it comes out front to Detweiler, that one had a funny bounce through. It was Novielli that kind of gave Detweiler a little bit of a scare. So, also check us out at Twitter. Cross Ice Feed is our handle. And also follow UMBC Ice Hockey for the latest in Retrievers news as this shot goes right on to Detweiler, and he'll elect for another face-off. Also for the latest in news and scores and all sorts of fun things involving your UMBC Retrievers hockey team, check out UMBCIceHockey.com. And we have a down player who was taken into the boards hard, and I'm not sure what had happened there, but Zach Tracy looks as though he had taken his man out in the boards.
Well, it looked like he was expecting a penalty on the play. Went in on the forecheck behind the net. Guy lost his footing. Awkward angle.
Fell in funny. Yeah. I looked down for a second. Thank you for covering me on that.
Oh, you're welcome.
We got to give you a microphone too, because you watch a lot of stuff too. You're the camera guy. Hunter Nicolette on camera with us today. David Stearns with Sean Hoppe for Cross Ice Feed. As the Retrievers trying to find the puck inside the Hokies zone, but it'll be the Hokies that'll clear it up ahead. And trying to chase it down. It's Hubert. Hubert sending it up through the slot. Nobody there to pick it up. And the Retrievers trying to move it out. And finally they'll get a chance to throw it down the open wing, and But he swept up. No, maybe not. Zach Tracy tried to get there, but the Hokies got at it first as it's sent over to the far wing over to Grant. And Grant trying to move it in. And the Dogs will put it right back out into the neutral zone. And it'll go back to the Hokies, back at their own blue line. It's Beethoven Wilson. I haven't seen much of him at all in this game unless I can't see the numbers.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's that white on white that's killing me with them. So it comes out through the neutral zone. And it'll be picked up by Thomas Naring. Over to Novielli with a shot and a great pad save by Detweiler. Throwing up a windmill on those pads. Oh, man. Good style. I like it. What?
Glove save.
Oh, it was a glove save. All right. I thought he had it on his pad. Thank you for correcting me all these times. I mean, Oktoberfest. That's all I got to say. Yost.
Understandable.
Along the far side. Sending it through and trying to get the one-time back door with Novielli, but it goes wide. And he picked up by Tyler Daly. I still think when you throw the windmill with the pads, it's amazing. The shot goes right in on Drago, and he'll hold on to it as it drops from his logo to his glove. 5:06 left here in the second. UMBC is up 2-1 on Virginia Tech. Homecoming weekend, band is in-house. They're really quiet right now. I wish they would just kind of pipe it up here and there and get people charged up, but did we pay him enough?
Apparently the athletic department paid him. We didn't have to do anything.
Oh, nice. All right.
Might be pizza time for them.
True. Yeah, actually it is. I see them all with plates. Yeah, and the Hokies having a chance here at one, but Drago standing tall there as this one comes up to the front. And Drago's going to leap right down on it. Now we got some rough stuff in the crease. And that is Buckingham. Buckingham is number 26, I just found out.
Oh, okay.
For the Hokies. Not listed on the game day sheet. So we apologize to anyone that's here to see him.
That last rush, you saw Devlin come back and make a diving play. It's been interesting to see him over the past, I guess it's almost a year now. Came in, coming out of the North American Prospects League as a forward. Got banged up a little bit as in his first couple games. Came back, and that's when injury spell hit UMBC. The guy stepped back on D. He volunteered. And then now he's up on the first D pair with Nick Yost. Yep. Holding his own, doing a very nice job. And look to see more great things out of him.
Well, I never knew that. As it comes along the near side and the near corner inside of the Hokies zone, but the Hokies are going to lead it right back out into the neutral zone. And the Hokies trying to chip it back in on a diving effort there. But instead it'll be the Retrievers putting it deep inside of Virginia Tech zone. Back there to chase. Veltri couldn't get there first. It'll be Travis Joyle. But Joyle could not hold on to it, and the Hokies will come back the other way. 3:50 left here in a second. 2-1 Retrievers. Veltri with a shot. Drago to save the rebound. That shot just went wide on the second effort. The Retrievers will send this one down the length of the ice. This one will come back and icing.
Not a terrible play by Joyle there. You'd like to see him try and get it out. UMBC under a lot of pressure. Just get the puck down. Yeah, you can't get the change on thanks to the new icing rules, but you get a break Virginia Tech's momentum. All you need is a face-off win, get the puck out deep, and then get your guys off with this long change. You got to make sure you get it all the way deep and don't get caught running to the bench for a breather. Well, after Nationals, I don't think they're worried too much about conditioning.
Oh, no. Yeah, real short bench then, eh? That was something. How many injuries were in that set of guys on that roster?
We started the year with 24 out of camp. We ended the year, I think our last game, we dressed 13 players.
That's incredible. Retrievers coming out in the neutral zone. And and a hard check there up top on O'Connor, but he tried to clear it in, but he got the best of him there. Horn has it now. Horn walking in. Taking a shot, he scores! Was that Horn? I am unsure. I believe it was. No, it was not. Who was that tall, excited gentleman who took that shot? Yeah, we're all tied up at 2 here. Virginia Tech surprising everybody here.
I believe Drago's trying to argue that the net was off before the shot was taken. He did come over hard. Maybe even trying to knock the net off to get that whistle, but we'll see. Doesn't look like the referee's having any of it, and the goal will stand.
Well, we'll see who gets credit for that goal. I had lost sight of it. I tell you, this long distance from this end of the ice to the other, it's hard to keep track of who's who. But regardless, it's 2-2 with 2:56 left here in the second period. Alex Smith getting it. Okay, so there was a nice pass up there from Horn. That's where I got lost in the traffic. So, just like that. It's just a back and forth game. All knotted up at 2 here. Now Bloom will take it inside with a shot on Detweiler. The rebound is slapped away by Virginia Tech. And that was Walton. A hard checkup along the far boards, but it's kept in. O'Connor's going to pick it up behind the goal. O'Connor ducking away from one check. Almost has his pocket picked. Dan Durante down there to support. Up along the far hash marks. Along the half boards, Andrew Narek. And it's still worked ahead by O'Connor up top to Bloom. Bloom deking around one man. Bring it down, deking around 2. Sending it up in the slot. And almost a chance there for O'Connor, who gets hauled down, no call. And now Rafferty pinching in, trying to keep it active for the Dogs, but it'll be the Hokies that'll send it out, and it'll be sent down by Max Grant. And the Retrievers trying to get it back in, but they were on a delayed offside, but we'll get a stoppage there with a face-off coming out in the neutral zone with 1:56 left in the second. 2-2 score, so we had 4 goals in this period. Quite an exciting period. Plenty of power play opportunities in this one. And if each team having 1 goal on the power play and 1 goal each on 5-on-5.
Nice even game. That's also what we were expecting. Both these teams at Nationals last year, always playing close games historically. We knew this was going to come down to little things and be close, so see what we have in store the rest of the way.
Veltri looking for an open option here as it's pinched down low by Devlin. Colin Devlin hailing from, where is he from?
Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
I had it. There it is. Yeah, you are right. That's what caught my eye. Good Colorado. Good hockey market out there. And down low, there's Veltri ducking away from a check, getting the pass over to the near side. And Hokies will lose control of it inside the neutral zone. Over for Novielli. Novielli across the blue line. And had it dropped there. Devlin putting it in deep. Novielli had his stick chopped away from him, so he couldn't receive that pass. 1 minute left here in the second period. And goes to Yost with a high shot. The rebound of that shot goes off along the side of the circle and picked up by the Hokies, and they'll go the other way with a high shot that goes wide of Drago. And be kept in by the Hokies. And it'll be Sikora putting it down deep. He'll go off on a chain along the far half boards. And it'll be O'Connor sending it through center. It'll be picked up by Novielli. Novielli trying to set up a pass there, but it'll be picked up by Tracy. Tracy trying to dance his way around. The pass over to the far side to O'Connor. O'Connor over to the near side of Novielli, and Novielli couldn't pop it home. It was a high pass that went between his legs, and the Hokies will find it and send it down into the Retriever zone with 20 seconds to play here in the second. They're all tied up at 2. O'Connor back behind the net. Over to Yost. It looks like we're going to kill off the last 10 seconds here, or maybe get a last second breakout. 5 seconds remain. And they're just going to take it 2-2 into the dressing room. So, after 40 minutes of play, nothing after 1, but 2-2 after 2. We'll come back with some stats and some information for you on how that period transpired, so stay tuned. It's Retrievers hockey here on the Cross Ice feed. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Reisterstown Sportsplex in Reisterstown, Maryland. David Stearns. Going to be joined with Sean Hoppe in just a few seconds here. Hoppe, you didn't have to rush over here. You could have finished what you were doing over there.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll go back.
Go back. Go. Well, after 2 periods of play, we are knotted up at 2 in an exciting second period. We just saw 25-16 are the shots in favor of Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech actually got handcuffed down to, wait, that doesn't seem right, does it? No, that's about right. 10 shots in that period. Okay. So a little bit less than the first period. That's okay. But the Retrievers have to shoot the puck more. Only 16 shots in this contest, and they had a total of 7 in the first period, which means they only had 9 this past period. So an even frame, 10-9 in shots. I like that. That's not bad. A good balance is what we're seeing so far in this contest. But we have only 20 minutes to play. And here they come. So hopefully we'll see ourselves a homecoming victory with 20 minutes to play. Sean Hoppe doing a little dance there. The band is in-house tonight. Sorry about that. But yes, the band is in place in the far corner there. And so let's see if they can pep things up for a solid finish here. And so will the boys, hopefully. So we are going to start this period 5-on-5. No surprises there right now. So we did see some rough stuff at the end of that period, but nothing that warranted a penalty. So finishing touches being applied here. Thank you all for tuning in here as we get underway here with the third period. All tied up at 2. UMBC will be going down to the far end of the ice. There's a chance now as it's down low below the goal line. Back along the half boards. Sent down low, kept up top at the blue line. No, it bounces over his stick. That was Devlin to try to keep it in. Now Buckingham trying to put it in deep inside the retriever zone, but it's foiled. So it goes off on the far side of the neutral zone, but chipped back in by the Hokies. Drago setting it up along the near side. And goes past Yost, but it'll be up to Bloom. Bloom along the left wing. Bloom entering the Hokie zone, walking and shoots.
Yeah!
Scores! I just blew out my eardrum. Thank you, Hoppe.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Matt Bloom makes it 3-2 Retrievers with 19:21 left here in the third period. What a shot. Detweiler was left dangling out there, just like, oh my goodness. There was nothing he could do about that laser of a shot. So, back and forth game continues to be back and forth.
That is Drago's second assist of the season.
Nice.
Or should be, at least. He did send the puck up to OC.
Hemmelt needs to really, really shout this one out. Okay, Bloom, obviously. O'Connor. Drago did get the assist, so there you have it.
He is now 1 away from tying the UMBC record for points by a goaltender in a season. Held by
nice.
PJ Carmack with 3.
Hey, PJ, yeah. Carmack, if you're watching, a little shout out. There's a chance, almost stuffed home. I believe it was Novielli down low trying to bank it in. Novielli swarming around that slot area, but it'll be the Hokies along the far side that'll put it along the near wing. And it'll be turned around by Smith. And it's up through center and down the length of the ice. This one will be an icing. And some last-minute changes were made by the Hokies. Now we're going to make sure we figure out who went off and who should come back on. So 18:27 left here in the third period. We have a UMBC 3-2 lead. I think this is the third time in this game they've had the lead. Let's see if they can hold on to it, but we got plenty of time left. And the Hokies will not go down without a fight. And be sure to like us on Facebook, folks. We have a Facebook page, Cross Ice Feed. Give us a thumbs up as a shot from the far side goes right in on Detweiler, and he holds on. What's up?
No, nothing. Just
You're stat running, yeah?
Yeah, stat running. I gotta have it someplace up.
Uh-huh. I don't know if this table's big enough. Three laptops, a mixer, a video converter. It's amazing. We run a real professional op. No, you're fine. I'm fine. Yeah.
I'm just trying to make room for my Twitter and my stats.
My goodness, you are a busy man.
I know. At least I don't have to run the clock and score sheet and all that.
And it's cleared in by Fritz, and they're going to rule that Walsh was offside. I'm sorry, not Walsh. I beg your pardon. That was DJ Fadler. I think there used to be a Walsh that did wear 14. I just can't remember. And once again, we remind people that UMBC Retrievers Hockey is sponsored by Catch 22 Design. Visit c22design.com Catch 22. The official apparel for your UMBC Retrievers hockey is Yost just gets plastered into the boards by Smith. And the Hokies trying to gain some offensive control here as it comes out to the slot and it just goes wide. And trying to get it out. Fadler down on his stomach trying to get it out, but it's kept in by the Hokies. And trying to work it away. Colin Devlin turns it over with a shot that goes off the side of the net. And that one came firing off the stick of Michael Horn. And moving it along through the neutral zone is Yost. On his backhand, clears it into the near corner. Fritz trying to get there. Fritz does have it now. He's looking for someone in the slot, but he couldn't get it up to, I believe it was Fadler that was trailing in behind. Fadler in the far corner. The near corner, I beg your pardon. Trying to move it along, but it'll be the Hokies that'll pick it up, sending it high into the air and glove down and played to his stick is Brady Keel. Keel moved it up ahead for Fadler, who put it along the near side, or far side, over to Walsh, who dumps it in. Back there to chase it is Chris Vu for the Hokies. Along the far hash marks and sent over to the near side, over to Alec Bergman. Bergman trying to move it away from the Dogs, but it's kept in by Keel with a shot through. Actually, I think he tried to pass it through, but O'Connor has it now regardless. Along the hash marks, near side, back behind the cage and almost stuffed home back door, but it'll be moved out by the Hokies through center. Keel will pick it back up in his own zone, going D to D, over to Sean Walsh. Walsh along the wing, deflected in. Dan Durante deflected that one through into the far corner. O'Connor down there to chase. He takes out his check. O'Connor with it behind the net. To the front, and a shot that just goes above the cage. Point blank shot. Just missed the head of Detweiler. Now the Hokies will lead it through. Coming back 2-on-2. And they're going to rule that they were offside. The late shot there, but now I get some rough stuff as Brady Keel gets tossed aside by Jake Hubert. Hubert seems to be the physical the physical guy out there, and they're going to lead him away and just give him a warning, I guess.
A little Sean Avery type player.
Yeah, I'd say so. So the face-off will be out in the neutral zone as a result of the offside on the Hokies. And it'll be a sloppy face-off. Can't give anyone the win just yet. It hasn't moved. Oh, there we go. I guess we'll give that win to the Retrievers. Goes over up ahead for Jean-Luc Durante. It goes off to the far corner. Durante down there to chase. And Luke pinning it up along the boards. And Veltri trying to move it along. And Luke trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to kick it along. And it will be kicked ahead.
Hunter Penrod.
It's Penrod, yeah. I was trying to figure out. Is that Penrod? Yeah, okay. But Penrod is out there. Penrod trying to find the puck, but it goes over to the near corner to Veltri. Veltri clearing it up along the boards. Not out, but a second effort by the Hokies. Will clear it out, and the linesman got in the way of that one. They're going to have to retreat. Buckingham sending it back into his own zone, and now it'll be sent out through center over to Hinson. Hinson trying to move to the slot with a shot and a save by Drago, getting deflected off over into the near corner. Hinson trying to move it back deep, but it'll be picked up by Andrew Naring, who will duck behind Drago to set up shot. They'll move off into the far corner and all the way up through to the blue line with a drop pass over to Luke. Luke, the far right wing, pass over to Andrew Naring, and he'll put it in and go off on a change. Looks like the Dogs are going to get out a full set of fresh legs. I'm going to keep it inside the Hokies zone for the moment. No, the Hokies are going to come back the other way with Kubrak. Kubrak with a drop pass. A chance now. The Hokies with a shot. And it's fired out of play. Kevin Peak having his
good stick by Thomas Naring in there. Getting a piece of that puck. Keeping it out of danger.
14:35 remains here in the third period. 3-2 Retrievers. And it's up to the point, and the Hokies shot goes wide. Yost with it behind his own net. Setting along the near side and up ahead for Thomas Naring. And it's turned over through center. Samuels putting it into the Retriever zone for just a moment, but Yost will send it up along the right wing over to Novielli, and Novielli will clear it in. And Samuels picking it up for the Hokies along the far half boards through center. His pass gets intercepted for a second, but the Hokies will have it on a turnover as whoever that was just got crunched. I'll just say that. Greg Kubrak is the player who decided he wanted to play with fire.
I wanted to go 1-on-4 with the Retrievers in the offensive zone with Yost standing right at him. And Moosey, Thomas Naring coming down the back check. Not exactly the two smallest guys to crunch between.
Yeah, not the best of options. Now the Hokies inside the retriever zone with it, spinning away with it. It's Hashmi who gets checked into the boards. Hokies with it now. Walking in, taking a shot, and it just goes wide. That was Beethoven Wilson's shot that hit the glass and made its way all the way down to the Hokies zone. And back to chase is Alec Bergman. And it's dumped into the retriever zone. And back to get it. It's Brady Keel. Puts it along the near side. Not out. Kept in by the Hokies, and a nice check there by Fritz. Dropping Michael Horn. And Horn trying to wrangle the puck away from Fadler, but Fadler's going to take it up along the left wing across the Hokies line and in. Comes in, takes a shot. Detweiler saved the rebound, and it gets kicked behind the cage. And it's loose behind the cage, and it'll be the Retrievers that had it just for a second, but then it comes up to the point to Keel. Keel winds up, takes a shot, saved by the blocker of Detweiler, and it goes wide. Back behind the goal line, the Retrievers still with it, trying to move their way to the front. Race over to the half boards. It's Keel. Keel keeping it in for a moment. Hokies trying to clear it out. Nice keep there by Keel, but then another try. They'll get it out through center. We have a downed Hokie. 12:33 left here in the third. I believe that is Alex Hashmi that's down on the ice.
And two just had a miscommunication collision neutral zone. It usually hurts when you get hit by the other guy, but getting hit by your teammate, you're not expecting it. Hurts a lot more. And he's back up and ready to go. Don't die on us, Stearns.
No, I'm okay.
I don't want to talk.
Oh, I know.
You're so much better at this than me.
Thank you. You're great with color. Okay. You're a great color commentator. Brian Schrebs, your job is on the line. If you're watching. And Bloom with it across the blue line into Hokie territory, but the Hokies that'll pokey it out into the neutral zone. And it's sent off into the far corner of the Retrievers' end. Rafferty getting crushed to the boards. I think I saw that face shield kind of move a little bit. Just got to tighten that thing down. I'm just going to give him a little advice right here and now. Bloom moving it up through center, but he had about 4 Hokies in his way. And walking away with it is Matt Martiak. Martiak coming in on Drago, but he could not get through the list of bodies in front of him. And the Retrievers are going to come out into the neutral zone with O'Connor. Little tic-tac-toe back and forth here. Bloom dropping it, and he gets it back from O'Connor. The shot there, easy save for Detweiler, but it's off in the far near corner, I beg your pardon, of the Hokies zone. Kept in by Rafferty, who puts it in deep over to the far corner, back over to the near corner. And the Hokies will put it up along the glass, not out, kept in along the half boards by Rafferty. And Raff just could not get it deep enough, but a chance there for the Hokies to clear was foiled as Bloom got in the way of that one. He still has the puck as he goes over to the far corner, back behind the net, trying to look for someone to put it up to up front, and the Hokies will clear this one out into center and down into the Retriever zone. Back there to chase Rafferty, going D to D with Yost. Yost, a little head fake there, moves his way inside the Hokie zone. Really pushing up into the play. Comes in on the backhand with a forehand and takes a shot, and it's saved by Detweiler. A few good moves there. Almost had Detweiler faked, but here comes a shot now off the stick of Max Grand. And it's saved by Drago as it goes off in the corner. Yost trying to pick it up. Yost along the hash marks, trying to push it ahead. And it'll be kept down by Grand. And as Devlin will have to pick it up now. Devlin along the far corner, coming over to the near corner. Still being shadowed by the Hokies. And it was number 22, Tyler Daly, as it is sent down to the neutral zone, down the length of the ice. And they're going to call this one an icing, and they're going to say no changes. A couple of players got caught. And they will come back onto the ice. Guilty parties.
They're going to get OC trying to sneak a late change.
Needs a little bit of a break.
Speaking of OC, here's another stat drop for you.
What you got?
Last week, scored against Southern Illinois. The only goal for the Retrievers that game, unfortunately. But it was his 50th of his career, becoming the 18th Retriever in our 21-year history to amass 50 goals for a career.
Very nice. Very nice.
Second on the active list since Freestat's back.
Oh, what a great save there by Drago. I believe he got the paddle down there just in time. And the Hokies running control here of the Retriever zone. This one floats its way into the slot and cleared down the length of the ice. No icing. They're going to rule that the Hokies were the offending party on that one. Sending it back into their own zone with 10:15 to go here in the third. 3-2. Retrievers still in the lead. This one comes up top. Kept in by Thomas Naring for just a moment. And the Hokies will come back the other way, and they'll send it high into the air. Chris Vu off into the far corner of the Retriever zone. Sent ahead there for Thomas Naring. Trying to move it to Zach Tracy. Back to Naring, but I'm going to say that Naring came in with the puck just a little offside. Just a reminder, check out UMBCicehockey.com for the latest in Retrievers news and information. And also, don't forget, Retrievers Apparel is brought to you by Catch 22 Design. Check out their website, c22design.com. That's C2 design.com. This one sent all the way into the Retriever zone. Rafferty down there to chase. He ducks out of a check, but he loses the puck in the process. Alex Hashmi putting it to the front, and Drago sweeps that one up and holds on as he had Alex Smith waiting at the door.
It's an underrated save by Drago. He's got to come, read the play, come from behind him, out in front of the net, and make the save near side, not even far side. It's easy to catch a goalie leaning that way. And then smothering the rebound, which is another hard thing to do when it's coming off the pads like that.
A chance out front. He finds the puck and he holds on. And we have about 3 Hokies being pushed around and one panicking. He looks like he's panicking. That is Alex Hashmi.
He's just mad that Andrew Nearing knocked him down.
Is that an insult in and of itself? I mean, Andrew Nearing is he's a big guy.
I don't know if that's an insult, but they keep whacking and hacking at Drago, and then when they get hit, they're wondering what's going on.
And you need a defenseman like Nearing to step in there and take care of business. Yeah.
I mean, I know all about getting hit after the whistle, poking at the goalie. I don't know why you don't expect it at this point.
You got to protect your keeper, that's for sure. And it was Hashmi that tried diving in there, and this one sent out a play. And I think we're going to keep the face-off inside with 9:23 to play in the third period. 3-2, Retrievers. And we slowly await the face-off. And it'll be won by Dan Durante back over to Devlin. Devlin putting it up along the wing for O'Connor, who deflects it out into the neutral zone. Bloom getting tied up by a few Hokie players, but he stays ahead there. Boy, a full head of steam. Brings the puck in on his backhand, and he tries to put it on goal, but it goes off the side of the net. The Hokies will clear it out into the neutral zone, breaking out with Hashmi. Hashmi in front of the Retrievers bench will dump it in. And back to retrieve it is Nicholas Yost. Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Not Detroit. Yost with a shot. It just goes wide. And it's kept in at the far blue line, but the shot does not go through as it's caught up by the Hokies, who will break through center and into the Retriever zone. With it, Alex Smith trying to set up a pass there up to the blue line. Samuels with a shot. It just goes wide as it goes all the way over to the far blue line and out, and met at the red line by Sikora. Sikora gets taken out, and it'll be O'Connor that'll take it along the half boards, down into the far corner, up to the front. No, he tried to get the pass through, but he still has it. Sending it up to the point, and Andrew Nearing trying to move his way through with the puck, but it actually goes past him, and it goes up top to O'Connor, who couldn't keep it at the blue line, and he'll retreat back to his blue line with the puck to Rafferty. Back over to Andrew Nearing. Nearing over to Rat, over in the far corner, and Rafferty, a little bit of a bump there, but still managed to get the pass over to Nearing, but this one sent up high into the air and into the far corner of the Retriever zone. It's the Hokies tag up. And a nice hard check there by Andrew Nearing. Well, he's a hitter. I like him.
He's a sturdy guy. Not the tallest fellow, standing 5'10", 5'11", but a solid 200 pounds on him. Maybe like Andrew Ojeda. Sure doesn't feel nice when you get run over.
He's got a broad build to him, like an Ojeda. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Now, through center, the Hokies trying to come in across the line there. They got everybody up front on that rush in, but only one chasing in there. Yost being crunched into the boards as he puts the puck up along the half boards. Try to connect in there with Paget. Paget out there on his second shift of the game. And Rafferty ducking out of a check. There's that spin move that you astutely pointed out earlier that only he would do. And here comes a chance now. I believe that was Fritz that took the shot. The rebound gets loose up front, but nobody there to bang it home. And the Hokies breaking it out the other way. And coming across the Retrievers line, trying to take a shot. Does not get through on the first try, and the second try it does go in on Drago. And we got some rough stuff. Nick Yost colliding there up front with Buckingham, and
once again, a Virginia Tech player crashing the net.
He gets
close.
Hit,
and he turns to the ref and says, "What's up with that?"
If you're in the vicinity, you're going to get clocked. Oh, boy.
Hockey Canada, that's a penalty just for being that close to the goalie after a whistle. So, got to let him play a little bit. Taking 2-minute liberties, which is what caused a little scuffle last weekend against Southern Illinois.
Oh, yeah. And this one's lofted high into the air and into the retriever's zone in the far corner. Picking it up is Devlin. Devlin trying to set it up along the left wing, which could not hook up there with Thomas Neri. And it goes back to Yost inside of his own zone. Sets it up along the other wing, but it's going to be a shot from Bergman with it right on the blocker. The rebound and a kick save there by Drago. Nice kick save. Now breaking out is Novielli. Novielli along the left wing across the Hokie line. Still with it. To the top of the slot, to the far circle. Comes and takes his shot and a save. And it goes behind the net with a wraparound try and trying to stuff that one in. I believe it was Tracy. And it'll be the Hokies that'll find the puck and send it down the length of the ice. This one goes past everybody. And Drago's going to race to the corner. And he gets checked. Wow, he got checked by Buckingham. And he's going to get called for that. Drago made the play. And he got clipped into the boards. So Buckingham is going to sit for 2 for that. Wow. Pretty gutsy. As we're talking about contact with the goaltenders, he gets checked into the boards. My goodness. And you know what? I'll give the referee credit for identifying that the goaltender has been under a lot of pressure from the Hokies.
Well, as a former, when a goalie comes out to play the puck like that, you're going full speed. There's not many places to go. Your instinct is to take him out.
Oh, yeah.
But hockey wants to protect the goalies, so we don't have a whole Ryan Miller getting decked situation. Was that Lucic?
Lucic, yeah. Milan Lucic, yep. And the Retrievers go on the Green Turtle power play for the, I believe, 5th time today. Oh, and that one gets deflected out of play. I don't know if that went off the head of Dan Durante or not, but yeah, it did. So I guess the face-off will be outside, or yeah, it'll be outside because it went off of Durante. So 5:52 remains here in the third. 1:50 left on the Green Turtle power play. Thank you for joining us here at Cross Ice Feed. Tomorrow we'll have Montclair State University Redhawks here at the Reisterstown Sportsplex. Tune in. Game time should be around 5:45. And it's walked in, the Retrievers. Ooh, and whoever that was, yeah, that was Bloom that got clocked by 2 Hokies. And it'll be sent up top to Yost. Yost looking over to the opposite end of the blue line. Over to O'Connor. Back over to Yost. Yost, far side. Takes his shot and it was blocked up front by Martiak. And it'll be the Hokies that'll clear it all the way down to Drago with 1:20 left on the man advantage. 5:20 left here in the third. 3-2 Dogs. And Dan Durante coming up along the far side for O'Connor. O'Connor going down low. Takes a side angle shot. It's loose up front. Detweiler does cover it up eventually. There was some confusion on where that one was going to sit after the initial shot. So no crazy rebound. It was just sitting there for the picking, but he eventually holds on.
Man, as expected, Thomas Neri in front of the net, poking at it, and then he gets hit. And he took it and goes to the bench and says nothing else about it.
There you go.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
We have the Hokies sitting down on the ice. Not sure if anyone bumped into anybody there. So look down at our monitors for a second.
Nah, he just wants a nap.
Yeah. Really? Tired? Yeah, at this point in the game, anything's possible. Face off to the left of Detweiler. And it's won by the Retrievers, and a backhand try off that face-off, but chipped up along the boards, not out. Novielli has it now. Novielli with a shot that just goes wide. Kept in at the opposite blue line by Tracy. Tracy spinning away from his check. Has the puck, has to spin away from him. Whoever that guy is. Yeah, that's Alex Smith. Aggressive on that penalty kill. As per the norm. Once again, he's the only player on this team with a shorthanded goal. For the Hokies, that is. So it comes up along the near side to Novielli. Novielli winds up, takes a shot, blocked. And it'll be sent back up top to Novielli. Novielli looking for a lane, but he sends it down low. And it's going to be Tracy working his way with it in the far circle. And it's off in the far corner. Back over to Tracy now. Tracy trying to look for an open option there. He's got Rafferty up there at the blue line. Wide open. And a side angle shot. He doesn't make its way through. And Novielli to the top of the slot. Winds up, takes a shot. Blocked up front. The rebound. It'll be the Hokies that are going to walk away with it. There's 5 seconds left on the man advantage. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Across the line, the Hokies go with a shot and a save. Oh, and a great save there. It was Alex Hashmi that came in on this shot. And that net is knocked off. And I love how they just wait to call that as they're breaking out of the zone.
Well, we want to make sure it's not gonna.
It's not gonna.
I don't even know. I can't even find a rationale.
That's unexplainable. Why would you blow the whistle? If the play's being broken out, goaltender can just reach over and just adjust the net. It's to his team's advantage to get out of the zone, so he can just reach back and fix it himself. You don't need this guy wearing the orange stripes to come over and fix the net.
But he's got a number on the back.
90.
He's really good.
Is that like a rank?
I don't know.
Rank and serial number. There you go. Referee 90. Face off over on the right of Drago. And the Retrievers will find it. Back over to Yost. Yost back behind Drago. Coming up front in the near circle. With a pass through center. Got deflected off a Hokies player, so no icing. And it'll be Bloom that overskates that puck, but the Hokies having trouble handling it now as they go off in the far corner of their own zone. And a side angle shot just goes off the side of the net. Really kept in by Bloom there for a second. Bloom trying to find it, but the Hokies will find it instead and pick his pocket, sending it out through center. Coming across the line, Jake Hubert. Hubert winds up, takes a shot. Drago to save the rebound. Picked up by the Hokies in the far corner. Chasing it down is Sikora. Sikora gets taken down, and now O'Connor's going to come back the other way for the Retrievers. One-on-one. O'Connor with a nice move there, but he couldn't finish it past. I believe that was Veltri that got in the way of that. And we have a gloveless Hokie right now chasing it down. It's Sikora. And Yost will find it. Up along the glass far side, not out. Kept in at the blue line by Veltri. Veltri couldn't get it deep inside the Retriever zone, and the Retrievers will clear it out into the neutral zone. And it'll be played back by Dan Durante to Devlin. Devlin with the pass through center. Misses everybody, but they're not going to call this icing. The Hokies will get there first, and that's Chris Vu. Vu through center. And a pass that was interrupted there by Fritz. Fritz will dump it right back in to the Hokie zone with 2:40 to play here in the third period. 3-2 Retrievers. A little back and forth action here. Coming in, the Hokies taking that shot, a high lofting shot by Tyler Daly. Daly will find it in the near corner. And it'll be Rafferty trying to poke it away from Daly, but Daly will send it up top to the point. And it'll be Chris Vu with a shot. Drago the save. The rebound kicked out front. And it'll be steered up ahead by Hannock. Not out. Kept in by the Hokies. And Bergman. I'm sorry, that's not Bergman. That's Hinson that put it in deep. Rafferty will find it. Up along the wing, trying to hook up there with Hannock, but not out. Kept in by the Hokies yet again. And now finally it's lofted up into the air. And a hard shove from behind. No call. Hinson got Hannock from behind. Hannock's going to go off on a change. Now the Hokies are going to come right back into the Retriever zone. It's going to be Martiak with it. Martiak trying to deke around. I believe that's Brady Keel trying to get around Keel, but he loses the puck and it will be picked up, sent up along the far side and out. And the Hokies will have to chase it back at their blue line with 1:35 left here in the third. Retrievers up 3-2. So some desperation hockey guaranteed to be seen here by Virginia Tech as they need a goal to tie this one. Rafferty back behind his goal, being forechecked hard there. Forced to make a move. And screaming in there was Kubrak. Kubrak does pick it up at the red line, puts it back in the Retriever zone, but it's immediately put right back out by Rafferty with 1:15 to go. Up along the near side, and the Hokies will lose control of it as Yost pokes it away. There's a scramble for it in the neutral zone. Bergman will find it, and he'll clear it up and off the stanchion and into the Retriever zone. 1 minute to go here in the third. Rafferty trying to clear it, but not out.
There goes Detweiler off for the extra attacker.
Detweiler's off. Got our extra attacker on for Virginia Tech. Bergman and Bloom getting into a little rough extracurriculars here. Rafferty's trying to kick it along. Rafferty getting his feet kicked out. It'll be controlled by the Hokies. Samuel's trying to get a shot away, but it's going to be sent over to the near side, over to Daly. Daly trying to put a shot through, and it misses actually deflected off of everybody, off into the near corner, and up top, back over to Daly. To Samuels. Samuels with a shot blocked up front. And now another shot blocked again. And it'll be sent down the length of the ice. Not far enough for icing, but it's in the Hokie zone with 25 seconds to go here in the third. Retrievers still holding on to a 1-goal lead. 20 seconds to go. Yost putting it into the glass and into the neutral zone. A little bit of a scramble now, and the Virginia Tech Hokies come in offside with 14 seconds left here in the third. Retrievers up 3-2, and we'll have that timeout called by the Hokies to slow things down. Whew. A lot of intensity from Virginia Tech in the Retriever zone, but the Retrievers are getting in front of everything. Way to lay the body down, huh?
Oh yeah, this is a big game for UMBC too. First game of the season in the Mid-Atlantic Conference. So you want to start the conference season off right. You got homecoming, want to win in front of all these fans, get them to come back a little more often.
Yeah, good crowd here, yeah.
got all the recruits in town, show them a good time, get a W on the board, and get them to come over here. Come to UMBC when you watch this back later. Or if you're another parent listening at home, send your kid here. We're good.
Remind everybody, UMBC Ice Hockey for the latest in news and scores and all sorts of things that relate to your UMBC Retrievers hockey team. So 10 seconds to go. The Hokies trying to gain it inside the Retrievers zone, but the Retrievers, Yost will send it down the length of the ice, and we're going to have an icing.
Yes, to get to
with 2.1 seconds left. That was a real long delay before the whistle.
Well, the rule says the defenseman has to break the plane of the hash marks, and he was at the blue line when they decided to blow the whistle.
I think they need to explain that rule better to teams, because I didn't even know that. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm just full of factoids.
Yes, you are. 4.5 seconds is what they're going to put on the clock.
Big face-off here for Dan Zarante. He plays the wing normally, but he's a very good face-off man. Having to go up against him many a time in my day. No fun.
Well, I believe it. Boy, how long have you been around this organization, by the way?
5 years. My 5th year.
Oh, that's your 5th year. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been around for about 3 out of the 5. Okay. So you've seen as much Retriever hockey as I have, but a little bit more. Actually, a lot more. 2 years more. I do good at math. Not good at English. So 3 seconds is what they're going to have on the clock. So crucial face-off here to the left of Drago. They're going to take their time dropping this one. Hey, while we're at it, go to Facebook, like us, Cross Ice Feed, check us out. Remember, tomorrow, 5:45 will probably be the game time start against the Montclair State University Red Hawks. So tune in. And here we go. Durante. That face-off sloppily won, but here's a shot to the front, and that'll do it. The UMBC Retrievers have defeated the Virginia Tech Hokies with a final score of 3-2, and we got some punches. Oh boy, here we go. It's almost going to turn into a bench clearing brawl, but Virginia Tech, now they're advising their players to stand back. The Retrievers, now we got some gloves being thrown down. Both players threw their gloves down, but they're going to walk away from each other. Okay, so that's that over there. And now, oh man, I would just avoid the handshake altogether at this point.
They might wind up doing that. You definitely don't want North Dakota, Minnesota from last year.
No, you don't.
The whole sucker punch being thrown.
Wow.
Looks like they're going to avoid it altogether. They're just going to go to the locker room with the victory, smile on their face.
Oh boy.
Congratulate Johnny here for a great game.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I heard that correctly at all. Well,
I heard a 6.
I heard a 6 in there. Yeah, so the shots on goal, we'll post those up on Twitter. Follow UMBC Ice Hockey on Twitter for the latest in Retrievers hockey information. Sean Hoppe doing a fine job keeping everyone up to date there. Follow us on Twitter, Cross Ice Feed, and as always, check us out at crossicefeed.com. Well, this is David Stearns for Sean Hoppe and Hunter Nicolette on the camera. So long, everybody, as the Retrievers take a 3-2 victory against the Virginia Tech Hokies here at the homecoming weekend game. Tomorrow, we'll see you right back here. Montclair State University is the next contestant. So have a good night, everybody, and as always, don't stop believing.